There's a word for what
now
this
we're ready
is.
for sure. I swear we're good.
Yes, there's a word for what this is. It's called snake bit. That's what this is. It's
I gotta say this, and I probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna. Don't say it. All right.
hey,
Right. Nope. Now everyone's gonna be like, what are you gonna say?
Well, but that's a true friend. No, stopping when that's a good friend. You're a good friend, Jackie. I'll shut up if it slips later. I'm sorry.
We're hungover.
We're at a family function.
Congrats on getting kicked off the radio 4 years ago.
Yeah, that's what we're celebrating today. Me losing my job.
We've all lost jobs recently. Come on.
Hey,
what's the big deal?
What are you talking about? 2024 has been awesome for all of us.
What a great year.
What an awesome year.
It's the year of the failure. What the fuck? I'm kidding. I'm kidding, buddy.
No one guessed that we were going to pop on, and
everybody was guessing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Nobody guessed them, though, because I was reading the chat, and I'm like, how are y'all not getting this?
Yeah.
All of our glory.
Welcome. This was supposed to be a lot more involved appearance.
We're sorry, there's 100 million people here, and then also you asked us when we were drunk at Thanksgiving, and we didn't realize that we would be sleeping in. It's your fault somehow.
We wanted to do it. We just didn't realize it would take so much effort. And I'm bad with effort. That's the thing, Aaron.
I'm getting texts last night like, oh, this will be great. People will go crazy, blah, 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 blah. And then...
Okay, that's a big exaggeration.
That sounds about right.
Everyone's mad at me for telling you to stop.
People are going to go crazy.
They just want... Y'all just want me to be... See, you guys have created this dichotomy where Jackie is the angel and I'm the devil, like sitting on your shoulder, or she's the good witch and I'm the bad witch. It's not true. It's not true. I am. Tell him the truth. Tell him how sweet I am. No, y'all just want me to.
Tell him how sweet.
I know. Somebody said, "Get ready, Doom." Y'all just. We'll get there. Give me a second. I have a reason to wait anyway.
Or no.
I had a lot of whiskey at that point. I know that's hard to believe, but there was a lot of whiskey involved.
I don't believe you.
What did you do for Thanksgiving?
Oh man, I went to my parents' house with the kids. We ate. I watched Not enough people watched football. That bothered me.
We saw your lasagna.
My lasagna was good. I don't take I don't take good like lit. What the f- is that?
It's the garbage truck.
Garbage truck.
My ride is here.
Okay, that was actually funny. I'll give her that.
Yeah.
The ride is here.
I have a gig tonight, and they pulled up with my career.
Geno, before we really get going, I have a text of this girl I met. I need to send to you. It's really. No.
Okay, you heard what he said. He's trying to make a joke and make light of it. It says, Geno, I've got this picture of this girl that I want to send you. They're on that good of terms to where not only are they coming to the show and like kicking it, but also joking about the charges that he still has ongoing? Like, explain that to me. I don't...
When they had done a video of them in the car driving to a gig or something like that, and them talking about Nick and stuff, the way that Geno talks about the whole situation, I'm like, you're not mad at the right person. He sent it to you. And I had said this on multiple occasions that people calling Geno and Keanu a snitch or whatever like that, I don't think it was justified whatsoever. I don't.
Right.
What did you expect for them to do? It was literally live on a live stream. It was caught on camera. What do you think he was going to do? I wouldn't expect anybody to lie. It wasn't his fault. If anybody needs to be told, like, hey, dude, it's your fault, it's Aaron's fault. It was unsolicited. It wasn't like Geno was sitting there being like, oh, hey, dude, yeah, show me a picture of her tits. He didn't.
Right. And I agree. But I think he's past that point now, because in that same stream that you're talking about, I don't know if we're going to show clips or not, but Geno says, basically, he wouldn't, I don't know, piss on Nick if he was on fire kind of thing. Like, there's nothing he's going to do that will help Nick. So I'm thinking, okay, so now you've weighed your options between, these two terrible people, and you've got problems with this one, but you've made up with him just enough because you don't want to do anything that would help Nick. When the crux of it is that Kayla's body was shown off, allegedly without her, consent. So it's like, at some point, like, where is your moral compass? Both of them, their moral compasses are like this. There's no North Star. You know what I mean? They have no. They're just
one of those those little wind things that like they turn wherever the wind's blowing.
Yeah, they have zero moral compass, and they can't figure out like what the right thing is to do. And that includes not just relationships, but obviously their career path, the way that they treat people.
What I think is sad is that he has to say like, "Oh, I wouldn't spit on Nick if he was on fire or whatever."
Right.
Two things can be true at once. Nick can be a piece of shit, and what Aaron did was wrong.
Correct. And really put both of them aside.
Matter.
What about Kayla? Like, you can't be like, I mean, that's, and I'm saying, like, let's say she really didn't want it shared. Let's just assume. Like, could you not at least be like, damn, that's pretty messed up. Like, you really shouldn't have done that live on TV, and that's just it. You don't have to hate one more than the other. It's not, just do the right thing. In the same way that when the cop called you and you were like, yeah, like, this is what happened, I'll tell you what I know or what my involvement was. Same thing. That's all you have to do is just be honest. That's it. You don't, and, let the rest shake out in the end. But all right.
Not like he sent him a dick pic of Nick or something like that,
Well, that would make the story more interesting. That's for sure.
I look at number 37.
All right. So how's it been going for you guys? Since by the way, before you answer that, hold on. Yeah. I think this is yours.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, he's been working. He's been dreaming about that, thinking about it. He's like, how can I convey that they knifed me in the back? I'll pantomime taking a knife.
No one knifed anyone. This is just a result of living in that cesspool that is the Dabbleverse, and we all know that.
Yep. Oh, I thought you were getting ready to say something.
Oh, no, I was. Y'all should be mad at him. Like, he's the one that put you in this position.
Well, and him saying that
Whatever.
He got stabbed in the back. To me, that's more of like, you guys abandoned me, because they left the show when there were allegations made by April that there was some domestic violence situation going on with Aaron when they were together. That's when they bailed on the show. So this was the actual exchange of picture had already happened, but they weren't leaving because that had popped off. That had not even come into the purview until July, when the charges were pressed against Aaron. So that wasn't it. So he's saying, you guys knifed me in the back because they left the show and then talked mad shit for months about Aaron. And then out of nowhere, boop, here they are. And I said it in one of my other streams. I can't help but to feel this way, but it feels very opportunistic. And I don't know. Either way, it's gross. I would not want anybody that could flip and flop back and forth like this anywhere near me. And I've said it since Jump, because I saw it with Keanu and I stand by it. I don't hate you, Keanu, but it's trash. And you need to do whatever. I don't know. Is there a store or some kind of specialty shop where you can go and get your moral compass realigned? Either way, you need to find your North Star, because it's absolutely disgusting. We all see it. We were not the only ones that made those comments. Everybody did. So continue to be cheap and gross and show your butthole off to the internet. I don't know. Do you?
What are you talking about? It's never yielded negative consequences before.
They were Kate's house.
Well,
gross.
And I was going to say this though too, but honestly, if you really think about it, with how Geno has responded to this whole thing, I don't think he was mad at Aaron to begin with at all. I think Geno thinks what Aaron did was not wrong whatsoever, and he just had to go along with it because of all the backlash that he was going on. So he needed to wait the appropriate amount of time to be like, dude, I was never mad at you in the first place. These people's are this, that, and the third, or whatever. So that's why they can have this conversation like nothing happened, because he never thought what Aaron did was wrong. No.
Around that same time is when.
Well, first off, because he wasn't married to Keanu yet, so he had to be like, oh shit, well, she's pissed, so let me go along with that. Yep. Now that they're married, he's like, I got that shit locked down, so now I can go back.
Not only that, but when this first started, that's when the other allegations against Geno had come out about sharing nudes and lewds of his exes or chicks he slept with or whatever. There was a lot of that swarming around that time too. But also prior to marrying Keanu was when Geno came on, I guess it was one of his shows or something, but I saw a clip where he was talking about how April hadn't gotten hit enough or hard enough. And Keanu's like screaming from the bedroom like she always does, but I can't make out what she's saying. But he's going hard at April. This was like when the charges first started and stuff, and he's like, "This is all her fault. This is April's fault." Blah blah blah. And I'm assuming Keanu's like, "No, it's not. Like Kayla pressed charges. What are you talking about? Whatever." But he was going so hard at April and talking about how she didn't get beat enough by Aaron, and Keanu didn't stop that either for the same reason. It was like they were like, I don't know, playing this weird game around each other when their opinions didn't align, or, you know, they knew that they had to say the right thing for the other person. Y'all are gross. Y'all don't have to like us either, but by God, you know, we are consistent. Yeah, that's it. At least we're consistent. All right.
The cesspool. Living in that
house. That is a cesspool.
I don't know. I'm sure everything's fine. Look, the point is, I'm glad you guys are here. It's been a wild road for you guys to be here. I don't think anybody had this on a bingo card.
No. I don't think anyone has bingo cards anymore, but we'll play your game.
You're
Steel.
almost there.
I was gonna say, you're right. I'm the old one. I'm the old one.
I'm saying I'm the old one. I don't even play bingo.
Not yet, you don't.
Hey, as a Chargers fan, you had to be really happy with how Chicago handled that last 30 seconds of that game.
I mean, I've never seen it. I don't. Did they figure out what happened yet? It's like they're looking for the black box of the plane.
You know what I think of when I think about a 4th anniversary show? Football talk from a couple days ago. Okay.
Did he not know what happened?
I don't understand.
Well, hold on.
What?
Hold on. To be fair,
yes,
what happened was wild. So
look, man.
Okay.
No, but here's the thing. What are their highlights from being on the show? Talking trash about Nick Rekieta's children for 20 minutes straight. Geno coming on and getting revenge porn, sent to him. What were the highlights of their time and their appearance on the Steel Toe Show? What else are they going to talk about? All right, thank you.
You can see the clock. You have a timeout left. You can run a play. You can get in field goal range. It was baffling. It was like watching Caleb Williams like be a rookie. Like it looked like a rookie not knowing how to handle that situation.
But your head coach, and I know everyone knows this is like your
cares.
There's got to be someone on the sideline.
Nobody cares.
People like us.
Everyone knew it was Geno and Kiki. This is terrible. Aaron is an idiot. MSO says break out the hot tub.
I know. I want it. Is it not so like I can see like stirring a big pot and there's flying monkeys coming around and I'll get you my pretty.
No,
it's the perfect.
It was a fake laugh
for sure, just like all the others. The fake laughs and smiles.
MSO says break out the hot tub. I don't know. I don't know how many times I have to tell people my hot tub days with other people days are done. It's I retired it. I retired the whole thing.
It's a good rule of thumb.
He goes alone in the hot tub and makes it a snow globe now. What?
Oh, only if there's yummy cum in there for me to drink.
Oh yeah.
That's another thing I think. Boy, they have fun in the Dabbleverse with their stories. They really do.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Look, to
each his own.
I hear that. I heard that story. Like the first time I heard that story, I was mad because I was like, no.
Yes.
And I need the chat's perspective on this though too. So are Geno and Keanu considered part of the Dabbleverse? Because I've heard him say this a bunch, like, oh yeah, those Dabbleverse people, like, my understanding was that they are adjacent, maybe? I don't know.
Start a poll. Click.
Someone says no.
Yeah, I don't
someone
know.
says yes. Someone says they suck. They are now, but shouldn't be. Okay.
Yes. So yes, but don't want to be. I think. Yeah. Compound Media is Dabbleverse. So I think.
Right. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
But then too, like the description of the act, then I wanted to puke. So
yeah,
I'm like,
it's pretty it's vulgar.
So I'm denying doing this while at the same time having to think about doing it. So I'm like, no, that never happened. I would never eat some. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right.
But now I'm forever the cum eater.
How many times since this has come out has he said this or like made a joke about it or whatever? Like it's the same way where it was like me and April are fine and we're not doing coke and swinging. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he said that part, like, yeah, twice a day, every day.
All the time, more than that.
I thought Cardiff was the cum eater.
Oh,
I guess it's like LA and football. There's room for more than one.
Yeah, there's two, and they're both a bad idea.
Cum eater is a big market on the internet, apparently. I thought Geno never really liked Aaron, was only friends because of April, says Day One Salt.
Now, what? That's odd. But see, I really have learned, and I'm not good at it, but I'm getting better at just taking a step back and enjoying how I don't get what people do in real life that are like commenters in the Dabbleverse. Like no one in real, like we're hanging out with, no one in real life knows what goes on in that world. But like I want to think, like, the people that have all these opinions, do they have jobs? Like, are they accountants? Are they?
I doubt that.
Are they teachers? Are they in? What are they? Are they doctors?
Well,
I'll tell you what I think's going on in the I don't get what the release is for these people. I enjoy watching it when I can step back, but I don't get it.
We found out who the legend was.
Yeah, and apparently the legend. I worked with him one day, and then Chad started crying and saying he was a piece of shit.
We're getting that hug from Chad.
Yeah, and then the legend apparently discombobulated Chad's Patreon.
Oh.
Yeah, well, he thinks it was the legend, or he thinks it was John. And here's my take on it. It's like, if you're gonna do a show based on just beating the shit out of people over and over and over, and that's gonna be your whole show, yeah, I'm not for canceling anybody, but you've got to assume these people might get mad at some point, and they might want to try to do something to you. I mean, it's just weird that someone could, like Chad, could come out and do all this shit to the legend that he did, and then he goes, "Hey, wait a minute, this legend guy can put in a complaint." It's like, well, I mean, that's how it works.
Yeah, and I don't understand. Was it his complaint was just on Patreon that he was talking mean?
Harassment. Yeah, it was harassment.
Oh, Oh, God.
Oh, geez, Louise.
It was that Chad was harassing.
I love how Chad sent me a text going, it's like, yeah, now that we've outed the legend as a creepy stalker, it's like he sent text messages to a woman on the phone that they talked about. You got arrested for menacing an ex-girlfriend, you delusional psycho.
Chad just wants to be included.
Hey. There, but for the grace of God, go I. All right?
Hey, remember me, Aaron? Let's get back to me.
You're not sending angry texts at people accusing other people of doing stuff we know we've done.
Helgi with $1 says, ask Kiki if she's reached out to Fish Tank yet.
You
should not.
Fish Tank.
What is that?
It's so confusing. Alex is very hilarious. That has been very fun to watch.
Alex has been really funny. Have you guys watched all the steel toe Nick Rekieta stuff Alex has been doing on Fish Tank?
And he keeps.
Wait, back to me. Have y'all watched the stuff Alex has been on there saying about steel toe? Look at his face. He loves it.
Is that man's name Bert?
Bert
talking about.
He goes, so anyway, Bert, as I was saying, this guy Nick Rekieta, he puts his balls into this he's like, I don't know how Alex keeps a straight face and does that. Some kind of weird autism or something.
So he's actually going on Fish Tank and talking about this?
He's like the host, and in the middle of the night he'll just be sitting there, he's like, there's this guy's named Steel Toe, and they like
he'll start telling Bert what he called the parable of Steel Toe.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And like
I know nothing about this.
I didn't know either until Helgi told me to put it on, and I was like, look at
and then of course my immediate thing was like, does he mention me? I'm fucking pathetic. I'm like, does he mention Geno in it?
He didn't yet.
Damn it.
One day.
We have a lot of really heavy chats coming in that people want.
Why are they so desperate to have Alex Stein mention them on this show that like
I want to ask questions of you two, but we don't have, this isn't like, we'll do that interview at some point, but you guys have a bunch of people over and this was a quick pop in and everything else.
Sorry that we failed you.
Well, next time, tell me that you're hammered when you're committing to a booking and I'll know.
I'm that drunk, but then with the bitch, you and the whiskey, I had White Claws, okay? And maybe some whiskey, but also there was just a lot of people here, but we are on the porch, so that was fine. But yeah, it wasn't as easy as we thought it would be.
Aaron's face is like a little excited child. I hope these two ruin your life, you simp.
He wouldn't be the first, buddy.
I was just gonna say, what are they gonna do? Try again? All right, guys, I'm gonna let you guys get back to your family. We'll do this the right way some other time, when it's not the day after a holiday where you two are hammered. And we'll and yeah, Geno, go watch that Fish Tank stuff. Good luck to your Chargers, and we'll talk to you guys again later.
Congrats, Tozeldorf.
Congrats.
Thank you. Congratulations on losing my job. Bye.
Oh God. All right, so that was that. The special guest. Were you guys impressed? Did you love it? Did you love how there was no mention really at all of their time on Steel Toe, and they just talked about Aaron and the Chargers? I don't even know. I didn't even catch what he said. Some football team.
Yeah. So my question would be is would April be mad about this, or does she not care?
That's what I mean. Well, when the last thing that we heard, there was a tweet, and April, when all this started with Keanu, and April came on and she was like, yeah, that's not what I told her at all. There's some things that are not supposed to be shared with the internet. Like, I won't make that mistake again, that same mistake again. And then Keanu comes back and she's like, we talked this morning. We're fine. Blah, 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 blah. Well, I don't know. Like, if you were fine, I just don't understand it. I don't understand the optics with this. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, the chat itself was just like, I mean, he kept reading it off. They weren't particularly happy. Like, he's like, oh, you're going to be so excited about the guests that I have on. And they were like, what are you doing, bro?
Well, and as they should, because people that actually, I guess, are fans of Steel Toe would look at all of this, it's the fallout stuff, because not only Geno and Keanu talking mad shit about Aaron, but Aaron did the same thing over them for a month. After, he stabbed Aaron in the back or whatever. Like, they've both been horrible to each other. So now to see them together again with all this stuff that's going on, charges that are pending, April, supposedly supposed to this be like a big, huge thing where Keanu doesn't know what else to do. So she blows up her spot to try to get her away from Nick. Like, there's all this weird stuff going on. Who, out of all three of you, like, I don't get it. Who thought this was a good idea? Number one, why did you agree to do it? Is it... Yeah. It's not like, is your friendship with April not solid enough to where you care? Like, I just don't. What we've been arguing since day one is her loyalty to April and confiding in her and her keeping it to herself. Do you know what I mean? We have said over and over again, like, that's not how you treat a friend. That's not what you do. So to see this, I'm just like, what do you?
Well, I mean, maybe we'll find out soon. Who knows? I know that was the first thing that I thought. I was just like, well, I guess the rumors of you guys not like fighting are true, because honestly, I mean, and I saw Peachy in here. She said it too. She's like, I wouldn't be okay with this. If that was my friend, you're with my ex and stuff, who continuously and still to this day calls me a coke whore. No.